What's up, guys? Welcome to the Dastardly Den. This is my kitchen. Why are we here? Why are we not sitting in front of the television? Because I'm going to do a cooking video today. Don't worry, still going to have plenty of Gears of War content coming up, but I just want to do whatever I want on my channel, so I'm going to do that. If you're new to my channel and you just landed here for the recipe, welcome and thank you, and I hope you like it and I hope it treats you well. So please stick around. If you learned something, then my job here is done. And if you find any tweaks you want to make, please leave them in the comments below, and I would love to try those out too. So let's jump right into it. All right, first ingredients you're going to need: sesame oil, rice vinegar, sesame seeds, crushed red pepper flakes, table salt. Now over to the refrigerator. White sugar, brown sugar, where is it? Soy sauce, of course. Right here. And minced garlic. Now I'm going to show you how to put it all together. Okay, the interesting part here is you don't have to follow this exactly. You can play with it, make it your own, however you want. If you want a little sweeter, a little tangier, a little thicker, a little thinner, it's all up to you. All on you. I'm just showing you how I make it and what basic ingredients I put in and the dimensions that I do. Okay, so first thing is your sugars. I like to do equal parts. Do a half a cup white, half a cup brown. Then I add my rice vinegar with a fork. You don't want to put too much. You want to add a little at a time just to dissolve your sugars. Until you get a honey-like consistency. The reason is when you add your soy sauce, which I'm adding now, good bit of soy sauce there, and your sesame oil. You don't want it to be too thin. Of course, it's going to come out an oily on top consistency, but that's fine because you're going to cook this sauce. You're going to cook it in with your chicken once your chicken's ready. As always, that's good. Once you have your sweetness and tartness balanced out the way you like it, and you've got your oil added to the texture you like, and the flavor, of course. Notice, I use a lot. I like a lot of sesame oil. Next, you want to add your spicy and your savory. So the red pepper flakes come in. We just dash a few of those in there. It's about, what's that, 2/3 teaspoon. Your garlic. And, just a little salt. You've already got the soy sauce in there, so you don't want it too salty. So that's probably about half a teaspoon of salt, and then you want to mix it a little more. And what you're basically going to do is just taste it, see if it's good. if it's how you like it, what you need to add, what, you know. I've made this several times, so I've got it about how I want it. So I'm gonna mix it, taste it. Beautiful. And just set that off to the side. Don't even worry about it for a while. Just let it sit there. And what you want the pepper flakes to activate. You want them to rehydrate and activate. And that's gonna bring a nice flavor to your sauce. Okay, the next thing you're gonna wanna do is get our friend deep skillet back. You're going to want a good bit of vegetable oil in there. I recycle, so. And while that's getting hot, we're going to make the breading. We're going to make the batter. Equal parts flour and cornstarch. You can see I've got equal parts separated there. Some water, which we're going to add gradually, just a little at a time. And stir it around with a fork. You don't want the cornstarch to solidify, so you want to put just enough to make it a doughy texture. If you just put a little bit, then you're just going to have this hard ball of cornstarch, and it's going to ruin the whole thing. So, but you don't want it lumpy either, so it's tricky. So just enough to get it to a paste consistency at first. You're going to stir it until you get the lumps out. And then add more water. You're going to stir again. And then just add in the rest of your water, whatever you have left. Set that down. Take your egg. Alright. Just stir your egg in. If it's easier for you, you can beat it beforehand, but it doesn't matter to me either way. That's our batter. That's the consistency you want. Just an egg wash type consistency. And now that we have our breading, you want to take your chicken. You want to use boneless, skinless thighs. That's what I recommend. Cut into chunks about yay big, and you're just going to submerge it in the tempura. Just let it get nice and ooey gooey. These chunks of chicken are the perfect size for two reasons. Reason number one, they're not going to be that hard to work with. They're not going to be a pain to fry. If you get them too small, then that's a lot of extra work. You want to drop them straight into the oil, but you want to space them apart so they don't stick together. Also, I find if you make the breading any thicker than what I did, you're still going to have that problem anyway. They're going to stick together. And you want to do really half a batch at a time. Alright, looks like our chicken here is just about ready. Nice and golden brown and crispy, which is what you want. Otherwise you'd have raw chicken, and that's not good for anybody. It'd be kind of embarrassing. Oh yeah, I had Debbie and Bill over for dinner yesterday. Made them some sesame chicken. It was a little undercooked. They died, you know, so. Well, you know, you live and you learn. You live and you learn. Unless you're Bill and Debbie. Anyway, enough of that. While that's draining, we're going to go on to the next steps here. So, I got to get rid of this oil, and then I'll be right back. And we're almost finished. We're right here in the home stretch. So, we're going to take our little sauce we made earlier. Give it a good stir. Make sure the sugar hasn't separated to the bottom, because it will. It will. Don't be afraid if it does that. Just stir it back up. We're going to go into the pan with the sauce. And as always, high heat. You want high heat. We're pretty much going to caramelize this. So, all right. And what you want to happen here is you want your sauce to kind of rise just a little. You don't want to really over reduce it, but you do want it to rise. And once it rises, you go in with your chicken. Yeah. So we're gonna stir that around, let it get coated. And we're gonna add our first little dash of sesame seeds. We're gonna let the sauce reduce a little bit. Cooking the sauce into the breading and letting it caramelize a little bit. All right, that's about the thickness we want there. Reduce down. You can smell the sugar's starting to burn a little, which is exactly what you want. So I'm gonna go over with, I like a ton of sesame seeds in mine. I'm gonna go over with a ton more sesame seeds there. Stir it around. This is more of a casual dining style sesame chicken. It's not the mall style. The mall style, basically you can just do the same thing, except for where I added white sugar, you add ketchup to sweeten it, and that'll give you more of a, still use your brown sugar, but instead of the white sugar, use ketchup. Or you can use both if you like it really sweet. Really sweet. That'll give it the nice red color you get from the mall. And we're gonna kill the heat, remove it from the hot, super hot eye, and we're just gonna let it chill there. Basically just let the sauce cool, and we'll be right back. All right, so there's a look at my plate, the finished product there. Paige is gonna try.
I cheated.
Uh-oh.
I'm already eating. It's delicious.
Thanks. So what did you have?
Chicken.
Piece of chicken?
Mm-hmm.
Good, good. Right, so there it is, sesame chicken and fried rice. Try it out. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you try it on your own, you make any tweaks, let me know about those. I want to try out how you like it. And maybe I'll have more, hopefully. Especially if this goes well, I'll make sure we have more. All right, see ya.